Hello, Evil Dustmite. Hello, Blob. Parallax in this animation is awesome. Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? I'm so gutted that the game that's 4 isn't going to be finished. It's a real shame. It's a shame, I tells you. No, it's green swamp forest, I think. Not many game devs that I follow on this morning. So you're stuck with poor old me. I wonder why that is though. Maybe they're enjoying summer. Definitely not summer here. Did I name the map row, or is it just being slow? Who else do you need? Exactly. Blobness and Spirit. Hello, Nikito. Well, there are 3, so I chose you over them. Yeah! Screw you other guys who are probably lovely. Apparently that worked. I think I have async on, which I shouldn't. When streaming, it just doesn't work. Alright. So that leads to nothing, and that leads to... Right, okay, I think I know where to begin. Top Brash is top tier, no need for others. Hey Nimai. What a way to make an entrance with some grade A compliments. Anyone know what's up with Discord? What's up? It's working fine for me. Discord's down for you. It's working for you, not working for me. Oh wow, really? That's crazy. Yeah, okay, actually, I've got 6-7 people on in the Top Brash Discord, so it looks like a lot of people are down, I guess. Usually it sits at about 30 people online when I start streaming. Huh, that's funky. We're gonna say else if coming level is equal to green swamp forest. So if we haven't resolved the problem, then we're gonna say that your ID is gonna be forest dwellers. So I'll just set up that name. Mine just continues to try to connect. Yeah, they must have some server problems, I guess. It's a bummer. Mine says global unavailability. That was my experience of dating in my early 20s. So we need blocker here. Hey Jill Mega, how you doing? Did I let that load? I'm not sure. I'd say good if it wasn't being cooked alive. Oh really? Is it hot where you are? It's not hot here. $32 here. Do I know where you are, Jelmega? I'm not sure. Weather is tolerable in Ohio. That's good. It's not exactly what I wanted, but Belgium, huh? Didn't know that. I like Discord's hang tight, pet your cats. We're gonna have to pet a lot of cats. But we don't have a cat, then what? Acquire a cat. Discord is down, you've got all the time in the world. Get a cat and pet it. So I guess, have we not pet your Doge? Do people say Doge or Dog? Or dog? Gross. What? Don't have any pets.
What do you think happened to those who try to rule with sacred magic?
You can go outside and find a nice pet rock, that is true. Go for a walk, you'll see tons of cats, one of them will let you pet. All kinds of solutions here. Also making a big change to my compiler, and I'm just going to make my bootstrap interpret my IL instead of creating an executable. That sounds good to me. During the weekend I did a lot of polishing on the menus and stuff, and I'm pretty happy with the results. So like, got a lot of animations now for menus and stuff appearing, like dialogue system, settings menu, quest system, world map. I really like the fact that the pins pop in at different speeds. I've done the same to the inventory system and the attunement system, this is the attunement system. I tweaked the particle effects a little bit, so when you drop one, it makes like they fade scaling up, so it looks like they're coming at your face, which I think is kind of cool. And then the inventory system as well, it's got the equipment wobbling in slightly different timings, which I think looks really cool. So I'm very happy with that. Grasslands of Mediocrity, yeah, it's been like that forever. I just haven't bothered changing it. I kind of like it. Added tons of sound effects, like tons. I'm like not quite done, but I've done more than half for sure. It's making such a huge difference to the gameplay, which I'm very happy with. So yeah, all in all, very good stuff. Good stuff. Now where was it? Right. So I need to inspect the dialogue for this, try and figure out how I want it to work. Added a lot of sound effects, proceeds to hit disk. How do you think you create sound effects, huh? Tim Bodette, rating with a party of 23. Tim, thank you very much for that. TS Just, welcome. If you don't know who Tim is, what's wrong with you? Go follow him right now. How's your touch typing going? David, thank you very much for the sub. 4 months now. I really appreciate that, David. So to the people that just arrived in the raid, I'm going to show off some UI animation polishing that I've done to the people that were here already. Sorry, I'm going to just show you exactly the same stuff that I just showed you. So this weekend, I did a lot of sound work, but I don't want to mess around with the stream sound setup. But I also did polish the UI, so I've added a lot of animations and stuff to the menus and things. So you've got, for dialogue, it kind of appears like this. And then fades out like that. Creating sound effects is a very interesting process. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Settings menu looks like that. Quest menu appears like this. World map menu is one of my favorites because the pins arrive or like wobble in at different times. And then for the inventory, similarly, the pins arrive at different times as well. Or not the pins, sorry, the equipment. So it kind of wobbles in like that, which I think looks really cool. It just adds life to the inventory. And then same for this, it's just animated in like that. Tweak the particles a little bit to make them fatter, which is nice. It's going well actually. I'm still practicing and got a long ways to go as it requires constant thought, but definitely improving. Yeah, I mean, you've got years and years and years of experience to kind of unlearn and replace it with something new, so it will take forever. But if you stick with it, I'm sure, you know, you'll reap benefits. So that's why you're doing it, I know. But just trying to give you some cliche encouragement. So yeah, that's what I did this weekend, and I think it's done. The sound effects and the UI polishing, I think, has just made such a tremendous difference. So I'm really happy with it. So we've added that, and I think that's fine. I was trying to figure out if I want to change. I want to split the characters when we present them with the icon of the sisters. So where are we? We are in. It's in the gnome, yeah. for sure. What language do you use, Nikita, and do they do it better? How do they do it in your language of choice? There are definitely problem keys and words that need constant rewriting to rewire the memory. Which is your least favorite key? Oh, wait, this can go over here actually. Lua also allows quotation marks for strings. Yeah, but I use a spreadsheet to generate a lot of this stuff. So you can see here. Can you see that on stream? You can. Yeah, you can see that. So I just populate. This is like my database of different things, and then I have a kind of Excel formula. So you can put quotation marks in the formula, but it becomes really messy. You have to do like, I don't know how many, like friggin' 6 of them or something. It's just really messy. But yeah. Y, U, B, D are really bad. Okay. Interesting. They're kind of close together, but there is some spread there. So we left to, right, okay. Excel spreadsheet calls it a database. It is literally a database. Don't be snobby, Jelmega. Punctuation is also fairly rough still, as are any brackets in programming. Numbers by far need most practice, but haven't yet focused there. Interesting. I didn't think of that. Yeah, of course you need to you'll need to press shift and stuff, and yeah. Yeah, all right. Right, so we'll respond to that at the forest blocker, I think. Actually learning to use the right shift key was probably one of the easiest things to relearn, oddly. You know what, sometimes very frequently I forget that even exists. I worked with someone who would toggle caps lock on and off to capitalize the first letter of a sentence. Right control, however, may not actually happen. Nice. I just couldn't convince her that toggling caps lock on and off was a waste of time because she was so used to it that it was quick for her. I guess it's kind of like a tiny microcosm of where you're going through, Tim. What would right control even be useful for? XCV, which as far as I know are the most common control usages, are right next to left control. Control. Oh, I was like, what? What would you do to that? It's, yeah, let's see, this is the shortcuts. Sculpture. I think I only use right control with right left arrow keys to move word by word. Proper home row placement, control A and control Z. So then you hit it with your right pinky? Both, yeah. Control A, control Z, yeah. So you do control of your right pinky and A or Z with your left pinky. That seems pretty awful. Icon quest on new free icon, right? Shift and Control, etc. should use the opposite pinky to the hand, pressing the key. Makes sense. What's the problem? Did you get some kind of new keyboard? No, he's trying to learn touch typing, I think it's called. So it's basically proper typing, which is hard for most people to learn, but if you learn it properly, you can probably type 10 times as fast. Home key placement. Am I calling it wrong? If dialog targets. I think it said 11, right? I can touch type already, type without looking. Okay, yes, I was calling it the wrong thing. Yeah, home key placement. I'll need to learn. I'll need to learn that. Rockadoodle, thank you very much for the raid. Hello, Bite Man. Hello, Lucas. Cooler. Zeratar, hello. I have crazy fingers, i.e. left index hit YD, right index hit B. Wait, does it change depending on your hand? Welcome everybody from Rockadoodle. This is what we're working on here. My name's Alex and this is Fates of War. It's a retro fantasy RPG. You can see here there's an enemy here, but he's not moving. That's because time stands still when we do. So as soon as we do an action or move, then time moves as well. We can freeze it again by stopping. We can cast a bunch of different spells that change depending on which element we combine them with. See you later, Tim. Thank you very much for the raid. Hope you have an excellent day. So that looks like that. And what else? We've got HP costs and spells, so that's explained in the lore of the game. But basically that means that you need to be careful about what spells you use and when you use them, because you want to budget your HP. So it really rewards strategy and careful deliberation of your moves. Right now we're working on a quest with a gnome in his airship. We're stuck in a forest because a bunch of forest dwellers don't let us pass. This looks great, thank you very much. It is not called blood magic. Like, I understand what you mean. That's what it would be called in most places, but it isn't technically blood magic. This game looks like it's completed already. Thank you very much. Well, I've been working a lot on polishing it, so it does feel a lot better than before. I'm gonna get you to do my dirty work. Health magic, yeah, that's better. It's life magic. Thanks, Cooler. Strategy, I just smashed my face on the keyboard and RNG, Preach Orange Jesus. That's your strategy. Hey, it probably works. You can also like build structures to support you. I'm pretty low on HP here, so I might struggle, and there's a lot of enemies. I'm just gonna set up shop over here. And try and set up some turrets to help me out here. So these are mined enemies, it might benefit from using that. And I'm gonna try and get the enemies to fight each other. That would be nice. Please and thank you. This guy will be pretty helpless now to me. Oh god, I'm getting pummeled here. No dance magic or jump magic. Now! What can you do in this game except for magic? So magic is your primary kind of form of combat. There is melee, but it's pretty weak on purpose because you're a magician and that's where your strings lie. You can fight with melee weapons if you wish. So the gist of the game is that, in terms of the story, is that there's evil people that have discovered a cheat kind of magic way where instead of drawing on your own life energy, you draw on the actual physical power of the earth. So it's literally causing holes to appear in the world like this. And out of these holes are spilling out demons, and people that use the magic corrupt and become demons as well. So it looks... this is the capital city of the game, where there's kind of the epicenter of everything that's going wrong. So the big craters formed up in the center of the capital. So here is where you go down to fight the final boss. It's pretty open world, so you can actually go here almost immediately. There's nothing stopping you. There are some gates to other areas, but they're not like, they don't require you to have, to do stuff in a specific order. Lots of parallels of how we harnessed Earth. Yeah, I'm trying not to be. No, it's not like a game about environmentalism or whatever, but it is. The message is about the cost of taking shortcuts, and that if you want something valuable, you have to sacrifice for it. That's the kind of message of the game. Reminds me of the Nothing in the Neverending Story. I think I know what that is. Not sure. It is very convenient that the bad thing likes squares. That is true. So there's tons of different areas to explore. With different kind of biomes and stuff to walk. So it's about exploring, meeting strange characters and interacting with them, fighting lots of enemies, obviously, collecting loot, and there's a couple of kind of main quests that you can do. They're all optional though, so you don't have to do anything. I kind of really like that. You can choose to ignore things entirely if you want to, because I think it's a bit weird sometimes when you have to do something. I don't want to force anyone. So you got this gnome with his airship. He helps you go around to different remote areas. There are some main quest but optional. Yeah. See, you're so entrenched in the thinking, Jamega, that main quest does means it's mandatory. It's main in the sense that it's important, but you don't have to do it. There is one quest that's mandatory to finish the game, but there has to be an ending. But yeah, so there's a couple of characters in the early stages of the game. There's your sister, there's a swordsman, and there's the master of the academy, and they all in various ways get kind of incapacitated by the events that kick off the game. So your sister dies, the swordsman becomes tainted by the evil magic, and the master gets put on trial for a crime he didn't commit. And then you have to choose, or you get to choose if you want to save them or leave them. You don't have to. So that's the gist of it. There's no required main quest. There shouldn't be. I don't know, man. I think you've got some strange ideas about things sometimes. What else? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is probably my favorite biome, the Rusty Desert. I really like the tile set. I love the particle effect of the sandstorm. And I love the story behind it. I'm trying not to spoil too much, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna continue working on the stuff now. Note that the above sentence should be read in this way. Ah, okay. I did not get that. My bad. I thought you were attacking it there. Maybe, I guess this should be here. I'm not sure why that's done in that order, but I'm gonna suspect that actually that this is better. Discord is working again. Hey 2H Strike, there you go. It looks like it's down for a lot of people. It never went down for me, but a lot of people haven't been able to access it. Dustmite looks like he's just getting in again, so that's good. Yeah, I'm seeing people popping into the online list. And we're going to down for me. It sucks, Bite Man. Hopefully it comes up soon. It looks like it's like happening right now. Remove the quest item. Did I have different narratives for it? One second, I'm getting a phone call. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. What is up? Hey Kent. Nice BRB screen. All that's missing on it is a press anywhere to continue, and when you get back, it clicks on that button as if the stream was paused like a game. That would be awesome. That is actually a good idea. I don't have time to do it, but it's a good idea. Okay. Down is up. More and more people are apparently able to get into Discord now. That's good. Alright, let's get into it now. Where was I? So that's fine. If we do that, then we update the state of the forest blockers to Gnome Forest 1. No, Gnome Icon 1. That makes sense. Which will take us all the way down here. But self my ID. No. See, this stores No, I think we'll handle that later. So first we just set it to Gnome Icon 1. That should be fine at this point. We'll test it to see. But then when we're done with that, we'll need to split them. So when we've talked through everything, we'll split the gnome and the dwellers into two different dialogues. Well, that didn't do anything. That's weird. Dialogue target should trigger there. Will you be live for a long time today? Hey, Rilaro. I think so. Well, it depends what you mean by long time. So I've been on for 45 minutes. Maybe another... I don't even know. I'm always aiming for at least 2 hours, but I think I might go longer than 2 hours today. Especially now that I'm getting stuck on something stupid. Right. Why are you not working? How's the weather over there? It's pretty crap. Pretty crap. You've got a heat wave now, don't you? But yeah, it's pretty terrible here. So definitely don't have a quest here. What? Not fun. Well, it's like really rainy and grey here. I'm not sure. I think I'd probably prefer heatwave, to be honest. I'm wearing a sweater in June, for crikey's sake. Is that thunder? Dialogue controller, you are doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing. The GUI script runner. You are checking for clothes when we shouldn't. Oh, come on. Don't even know what this is. So if not self-enabled, then return. Don't want you jumping around on me. Yeah, it's better. What does this do? It's so hot that I don't want to do anything. I suppose that sucks. That's not good. Oh, excuse me. We'll say when we reach here, this is when we're allowed to close. So if split dialogue between gnome and forest dwellers. So if dialogue target is equal to gnome icon 6, then self ID is equal to gnome post icon. If not get quest completed status 32, then false. 29 degrees Celsius in my room, fan doesn't do anything. Oof, that is scorching. I would just be nude, and I'd be streaming. Non-existent country called Belgium. Why is that? Because it melted? Netherlands, another country that will be non-existent if sea levels continue to rise. Belgium doesn't exist is kind of a meme. I thought that was Finland. I think Belgium and Finland. What are some of the big things still missing? We need to completely revamp the beginning because the location has changed and I've slightly changed the story. We need to add an ending. That's a pretty big deal. There's a bunch of quests that need to be added, and enemies need to be placed everywhere. But just gradually chipping away at it. It's getting more and more complete as we go. Okay, so that's wrong. Sounds like content stuff, easy peasy. Mostly, yeah. I mean, like, the ending is going to be pretty tricky because that'll be like fairly cinematic. The bosses are going to be quite a lot of pressure on me, I think. Splits at 5, I see. If the dikes break, I'll be half a meter or something underwater. Oh, jeez. don't think we got any errors there, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Let's go down out to Cloudflare problems. Seems reasonable. Oh, you have to restart. There you have it. If you're struggling to get into Discord, then it sounds like you should restart it. think I understand what's happened there. That didn't work, damn it. Right, first of all, I need to fix the chat there. So the last thing we're doing here this is what updates the dialog state. So I don't understand why we can't switch the ID after the dialog state has been updated. That's confusing me a little bit. I've got a thing to test if it still doesn't work, but I don't like it because it doesn't make sense. No sense is made. Alright, so cleaning up those things, that's fine. It still doesn't explain why.
Thank you for being a true brat.
Katika, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. How you doing? This is so stupid. Don't understand. It must be something to do, well, maybe not because I'm stuck on it, but it feels like it's got something to do with the ID being updated incorrectly. So here, wait, what did I say? In the debugger here. Dialog templates. No, that's not what I want. I want something else. So that's on Reddit, and I want to go there. That's I've been there. I played Subnautica. Looks cool.
Thank you for being a true brat.
Zeratar, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. So what's the cleanest way to fix this? I really don't understand. You don't get tired of a game after working on it for a long time? Hell yeah, I do. I guess one of my strengths is I can be stubborn and disciplined about this kind of stuff. But yeah, I fantasize about making other games, for sure. This is, I don't want to say pissing me off, but I really don't understand what the problem is here. After dialogue. Did I not load that in properly? Oh, I get it now. Burp. Okay, that was my bad. I understand now. So actually, dialog is nil and self ID is equal to gnome pre-icon. No force blocker. One 711 parse int. That doesn't make any sense. I don't even understand. How does it parse it as if they were binary numbers? Ah, that's weird. Okay, finally figured it out. You need to specify the type of number you want to parse. Like, you're definitely right, Zeratar, but I'm like, in binary is the default? So Real Arrow, are you working in default? Because you're quite active on the community and stuff. And obviously you're running the Discord. I am still learning and working on some ideas that I want to publish. That's cool. Some ticks here. Set for trigger icon quest, complete icon quest. Excellent. Give Broken Navigator after Gnome Forest 1 and start quest. Okay, so. Such a nice community. It is, yeah. Okay, so talk to you now. Still think you should post your Twitch in the streaming channel. Suppose there are a couple of places I could do that in, but Naked is posted there. Here you go, you happy now? What happened to the music? Oh, it's the ending of that friggin' long video, isn't it? It's like 12 minutes of wind. That's crazy. Let's skip that for now. You're welcome. This dot script, is it your own scripting language? No, it's Lua. It's just the way that default does it. a request for that as well. Do you still use the default Git system? Yes. Any plans on switching to GitHub? Not really. I don't see the benefit. I guess it's the same as VS Code. People have to explain to me why I should want to, because I'm currently not having any issues with it. Good question. All right. Now we should get the navigator and the quest should be unlocked. Can you not open it like incognito or something? Clear your cookies or something like that? Hit it with a proxy or whatever. I don't know. There's gotta be a way. You need to log in to read. Ugh, that's annoying. Incognito works? Nice. You are welcome. What we'll do is set the status to if we have opened it, otherwise if get quest completed status okay. So then we go through here, come back here. Okay, no, that didn't work. We did the wrong quest, I think so, yeah. And then we jump back in. Did I not put this in? I don't think I did. One millionth time lucky. Tell us how you really feel. So that's another couple of ticks there, I think. Give Broken Navigator answer our quest. Complete Navigator quest, okay. So temporarily I'm gonna, well, no, I'm just gonna give, let it load. Okay. So we should have the navigator. We don't need to have spoken to him, I don't think. That one does not make sense. No, I do want to get into React though. How come? What are you going to use React for? Cross-platform non-game apps. I see. Hey Krub, how you doing? Do you have a new ETA for Fates of War? It's still pretty loose, but it looks like first half of 2020. Good yourself? I'm doing good. Working hard, hardly working. All at the same time. Sorry about the sirens. Okay, and that's a tick there. And then the only thing we need is to update Your game looks good. Thank you very much, Bohemian Rap Lord. I appreciate that. Did you join the UDGJ? I didn't. I don't really have time. Return get quest completed status 33. So that is in what map? Gnome at green, so that will be Green Swamp Airship. Did you real Lara? Or are you joining it? That should be inverted. I did join, but I don't have time for it after all. Ah. That's a shame. Unless it's good stuff that's keeping you busy, in which case, not a shame. Alrighty, so that's that. I think that's the gnome done, basically. That's pretty crazy. That's a pretty big deal, actually. It's a very big quest line, so I'm very happy about that. Let's add that to the schedule, basically. Test navigator. So the gnome quest is basically done. Finished on 24th of June. So I've got this spreadsheet with running, it basically creates a projected completion date based off today's date and the list of tasks I have with assigned expected times against them. So it's like racing against the clock. It is pretty stressful at times. But it's good motivation. I need it for sure. I want to do this. It kind of scares me, but it would be good if I could get it done while I remember what I want to do, because I just identified this issue today. So I think I might do that first and then move on to other stuff if I still have time. For that, I'm going to have a very quick break. I'll be right back. Catch you soon. Alright, I'm back. Currently don't work with end dates, but I should do that sometime. I do love working with labels on Trello, so just use it as well. Well, it's not so much an end date, it's just more like for life planning. I need to know when this thing's going to be finished. I think if I hadn't done the spreadsheet, I did this a couple of months ago, back in like February. Yeah, I made it in February, and I think if I hadn't done it, I would have just worked on this game forever. I think I needed to sit down and say, this is how much that's left to do. This is how long it might take if you work hard on it. Based on that, this is when it's going to be finished. And I did it, and I'm like, all right, so it's like a year's worth of work. I thought I was close to finishing. So I was like, shit, I need to work hard, make this happen. So that doesn't mean I'm like targeting the actual date in the spreadsheet. It just means I can tell roughly how long is left, so you can plan life decisions and stuff. So yeah, I tried doing labels on Trello, but I found it just a lot of effort. I didn't see the benefit. I did just learn about checklists. I'm loving the checklists, that's great. I was just doing manual checklists before, like here, which is useless. But labels, I don't know. Convince me. Labels are better for brainstorming. That's interesting. I will need to brainstorm for my next project if that goes ahead. For sure. Because I've got a lot of ideas in my head, and a lot of them are different to each other, but a lot of them can be combined, and I feel like I need to like, I don't know what it is. It's like I'm in a cloud and I need to just reach out and grab the different bits that I want and put them together, but it's just everything's swirling around. That's the problem. I create a task for every small task I have, and then I label them by what kind of task it is. Well, see, I get that, but I don't see the benefit. Like, looking at this, I can tell what the different tasks are, but that's because I know what I'm doing. Of course, I need to read the tasks to know what kind of task they are. So I suppose if it was color-coded, then that would make it quicker, but it's not something that I get stuck on, really. So I don't know. So before I do this, I'm gonna make sure to commit the changes I've made so far. Is it a bug or a feature? Is the priority high or low, serious or minor? Is it done or in progress, etc.? Bug or a feature? Yeah, I guess I don't distinguish. Priority high or low, serious or minor. That's just the order in which I want to do it. It becomes more clear what you need to do. I guess so. It's, yeah. I don't want to shit on it because there's a lot of things organizationally that I've done that surprised me that I didn't think would be useful before, that turned out to be useful once I did it. So I'll say that I don't see the benefit for myself personally, but there might be one anyway. Here labels. Done in progress, minor, serious, discussion, feature, more info, documentation, on hold. It seemed pretty comprehensive. I have a folder full of dialogue written over the course of like 2 years. I have to transcribe that, and in those situations I'm going to use labels heavily because some dialogue is written on a wad of notepaper and some is on 8x11 sheets, some on grid paper. It's a mess. Oof. Maybe add them to Trello and try it for a while, or just for a couple of tasks and see if it works for you. After that's done, I can group the chunks of dialogue by scene or characters using labels. Yeah, that definitely seems useful. I kind of already have a labeling system. I use the these boards. This is a board. These are, what are they called? Card? No, these are cards. These are what categories? Lists. Just thrown out there. I know. No, it's probably good advice. I'm resisting it right now. In practice, I tend to just use this one. But yeah, most of the other stuff is to do. So that's the priority already, right? So anything that's here is high priority or kind of business as usual. Anything off the sides is either to do or a reminder or something like that. Or back burner. Yeah, that's to do. There's a method to the madness. Right, so this is gonna be scary, but it needs to be done. Well, it doesn't need to be, but it should be done. Played a bit of Wilt and it's awesome. Thank you very much, Bohemian. I really appreciate that. I quite like Wilt myself. My lists from left to right is feature requests / bugs, backlog, next build, in progress, and done. You save done. I just archived them. So stat dot template type equal to template type. So that's done. That's the easiest part. I like that got its own tick. That's to motivate me. First thing should be super easy, and then it looks like I'm 25% done when actually I've done like 2%. This one is like slightly harder, but only by a fraction. So basically what we want to do is we want to, I'm just gonna pretty print this, just see what I've done. Basically, I'm going to say table insert result stat. And that should be it. I place them to done, and when I want to move to another version, I archive them as well. But as long as I'm on the same version or something, the card can still be used and relabeled and moved. That makes sense. It sounds like you got a good version control system in. Nice and organized. In case it failed. No, never. So I expect this might not break anything yet, but I expect my changes to start breaking things. But right now it should be fine. Yeah, so that looks okay. So we've got melee damage, melee rate, flame sword, okay? And otherwise it's fine. Got the color, the value. Okay, so that's another tick. Now, hard part. Does this need to happen first? I think. No, because there's no, I don't equip any. So we'll do, in order to equip them, we'll need to do inventory GUI. That's fine. So let's start next to a place. Well, no, actually, this will have a checkpoint. It does, yeah. So it's in the inventory GUI script. So I'm just gonna load it in because it will fail, but I just need the information from that print so I can work out what the data looks like. So it fails out. Oh, it doesn't even fail, it actually just doesn't, it isn't able to process it, right? So what I think the problem is, well, it's not a problem, it's just the way this has been designed before was actually more tricky than it had to be because of the structure of the data. So what we're going to say is reset the node descriptions. What does count do? Is count basically I? I think so. Num traits should be length source table dot stats, and then for I is equal to 1 num traits do. So that should go. That should just be I. That can go. We'll need to say local trait. Actually, we'll define that outside so we don't. I don't know how much of a performance hit it does, probably negligible, but I can define these things outside. So trait name should be equal to source table stats I dots should just be called trait name, right? Is that giving me? Yeah. And then trait properties. Oh, is that just that? Okay. I think this is very bold, but I think it should be fine. I think it's fine. I can't believe that. Something worked first time. No errors. Incredible. Okay. So next up is the stats. Wait. First of all, I get myself a tick. So, again, num stats. Wait, what? So literally just item info, okay. Right, so we loop through the equipment, I see. Have to go now, have a nice day. All right, Rilaro, thank you for hanging out. It's good to have you. Thank you for the advice, even though I'm being stubborn about it. loop through all equipment, loop through stats of equipment, this piece of equipment. No stats. It's okay, sorry for pushing too hard. Nah, not at all. Not at all. That's 100% me just being stubborn. Alright, see you in another one. See ya! So what we do is 4 eyes equals 1. Can we do that? That's unused. I guess we do J. Do. And then we need to define what stat name is. So stat is item info stats J. So stat name should be stats dot stat name. Trait view. Mixing the friggin' names here. I do have some things that I should be able to test if it actually works. So in terms of, you know, it's showing stuff like it should for some of them, but we're erroring out on some, or not showing anything, I guess. That's showing something. The dull dagger thing. Ah, so the formula for these crazy ones is now wrong. I see. That's fine. That's kind of where we wanted to get to anyway. So I'm just going to duplicate this in case I'll break something. So we want this is the easiest way. Internal dev tools, whoop whoop. So that should be the value of I12 Let's check out these presets here. But we're missing, that is true, we're missing the name. That's right. We missed something here. In 427 trait name 1, the trait name defense value 1 color. I don't even think we need... No, we don't need that number. That's goofy of me. You don't need to specify which one it is. Thinking a bit too rigidly there. Okay, got it. Stats is a table containing multiple tables. That looks wrong though. So up until the curly brace after color, so that's fine. So it's a table, stats, so that's just one value, and then that should be fine, comma without anything afterwards, I think. Maybe not. 428. Curly brace expected to close at 427. Wait, so open, 3 open, 2 close, right? Great quote. Remember, a few hours of trial and error can save you several minutes of looking at the README. Yeah, I love that. I've seen that quote before, it's really good. So basically all of them now are missing a closer, which I just took away from here. Well, it compiles now, that's surprising. Okay. Some errors, yeah. Okay, so the displayed correctly. Trait name, element, color. Okay, so that's good. Now, why are you misbehaving? 50, the index is nil. I did the wrong way around. Oh, snap! Jeremy, thank you very much for the sub. 4 months, currently on a 4-month streak. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. Good timing as well, because I'm just about to bosh this refactoring. We're going streaking! Yeah! No error. Friggin' yes, I did it. Like I said, perfect timing. Alright, that was awesome. That was very quick, very clean. I'm very happy about that. Zip. So let's move on to something else. We're literally on a streak here. Great stream. Lots of progress. I'm very happy. So we would go. Okay. don't know if he's moved those around or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, here is the thing I want. And then here, this is where we start, right? Yeah, so that'll go nowhere now, or it shouldn't. Yeah, okay. I was like, what? Where is that going? That's something I'm not expecting. JavaScript understanding the weird parts of the first 3.5 hours. I love that. Where am I? Yeah. So that should zap me over here. So how, right, so if I go over here, and then here, I go here, that's fine, go through here, come to here, do that, then zaps us over here, which zaps us to the library, which we then leave here. So are they old? It's weird. So this takes us in here, goes through here, goes through there, goes through here, and then we solve it. Okay, so it looks complicated, but it's actually pretty linear. And is this it, or do we go up? We go upstairs as well. That's the room. Okay, cool. So we should have a none thing or nil. Could just export it, and that's probably easier than creating some kind of custom handler for it. Okay, so chuck this in here before we proceed. Wait, what did I say in the first one? Art pieces. Shadow depths. It is pitch black. Stretch your hand into the darkness. Go on, add some naughty text. Oof. Put that in the secrets. Hey Slater, how you doing? Pain shoots. Pain shoots. Doing okay, dealing with the first worldliest of problems of San Franciscans. Which coffee shop to go to on my day off? Is that like you thinking of going to a new one, or are you picking from like what some of your regulars, or no, what's the parameters here? Main problem for San Franciscans is how do you pay rent at the end of the month? Yikes. Too real. New or regular, as long as it's not friggin' Starbucks, that place always leaves my clothes thinking of stale burnt coffee and middle of tears. Well, one of those things is good. You mean to tell me you don't like stale burnt coffee? I don't drink coffee, I get latte teas, also known as oversugared frothy milk with a hint of black tea. That is well described. They are delicious, but they're like just awful for you, right? Awfully delicious, you mean? And how? Your animal off. Cautiously offer it to the darkness. Motion is gone. So this was the worst thing you can do for your body being alive. This is debatable. Second worst being dead, Schrodinger's existence, there you go. Quick movement. Hey Lucas. Isn't the goal of a body not to die? So wouldn't dying be actually the worst thing for your body? Yeah, it all depends on your definitions, right? What is the worst thing you can do for your body being alive? So like, I guess the problem is the way that statement is phrased. Basically, everything negative that can happen to a live body must, by definition, happen to a live body. So therefore, everything that's bad must happen. Must be part of being alive. So it's a meaningless statement. Rabies, yeah, I've heard some pretty horrific stuff about rabies. That's a thing you joked about as a kid, or at least I did. But now that I know what rabies actually does to people and animals and stuff, it's horrendous. Absolutely terrifying. Alright, see you later, Jenniga. Engine you're using? I'm using default. There's a book about people in the future who don't die anymore and become addicted to getting as close to death as they could. Seems reasonable. All kind of cells strive to be alive, except I'm not saying that out loud. Most famous death junkie put herself in a pit and gave herself rabies. Oof. Is that permanent in the book then, if she gave herself rabies? Because there's no cure, right? When no return, the system reboots the user kind of. Okay, that's cool. Virus gives up before you die since you can't die. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Metamorphosis of Prime Intellect. Sounds clever. Info 35. Sounds cleverous. Sounds cadaverous. Yikes, arrows going everywhere. That's the way we roll. Never enough arrows. This man knows his arrows. Arrows are GTFO. Alright now. Xeno will come for the arrows. Who's Xeno? That's not the Scientology person, right? It's Xenu. Right, so this person's never going to be visible in the game. Who should we set the sprite to? Just an academy student? Oh, that is too clever, Kroob. The arrow paradox, I know of this one. But that you just knew that off the top of your dome, that's impressive. I also like the one with, I think it could be arrows, but it could also be like a rabbit running to a destination. And it's like, yeah, so it's before the rabbit, say, let's call it arrow because we're arrow hyping here. But like, if the arrow's shot and it has to go a distance to get to the final point, it first needs to reach the halfway point to that, to the final endpoint. Which takes some time, but before it reaches that, it needs to go halfway to there, which takes some time. Before it needs to do that, it needs to go halfway to there. So there's an infinite amount of halfway points for the arrow to pass before it gets to its final destination. Therefore, it will never reach the final destination because it's got infinite points to reach. Take that, science. Paradox isn't correct, but the arrow carries the momentum all the time. Right, prove it. I'm going to shoot an arrow at you, and if the arrow hits you, you win. Can't define a point in time also. Watch me. Now. I did it. Defined a point in time. I win. I'm great at this game. Things get weirder when you think about how particles work. Nothing really touches another thing. That's why I'm fine eating food if it's been on the floor, because it didn't really touch it. So it's cool. Genos, I just don't think you understand science. 3-second rule on a subatomic level. Oh, dear me. I think I've created the wizard dialogue. Have I? Then we just need to load that in. Anything else? I think that's it. I read some about physics. Not enough if you think arrows ever reach anywhere. Are your spell damage formulas complex? I'm starting on mine now. They're probably not nearly as complex as some other stuff out there. There's some basic things in there, but nothing major. Spin of the particle develop the magnetic field that makes it interact between each other. But how does that explain the pubes I found on my lunch when I dropped it on the floor? That's what I'm wondering. I understand that's right, isn't it? Yeah, it looks identical. And this. Looks fine. Being processed in here. Then I really don't understand. Wait, what? What is it loading? Surely something must be bugging out there. Yeah, okay, why? But why is it? It's doing a generic NPC. Okay. Whoops! I did a boo-boo. Never understood quantum physics. People are convinced they're non-deterministic. Sounds like sci-fi. Well, yeah, I definitely don't understand quantum physics at all, in the slightest. Alright, that should be better. Oh, I never added that to the actual dialogue atlas. Outcomes are determined randomly, like Schrodinger's cats. No, yeah, I know the theory, but I mean, I don't understand it beyond that. Like quantum computing and all this kind of weird shenanigans. Apparently you can make a computer with this. I need some proof. Yeah, I mean, that's about as much as I understand. That someone said they, you know, they can make computers out of it. I don't understand. And that somehow like particles interact with each other over distances or something? Or am I thinking of those telepathic snails? I don't know. Dum 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 dum. Oh yeah, we're missing some. Direction should be just a bit less than the zappers. Damage. Let us test this out. What's your address? I'm gonna still meet with Square Enix support on one of my accounts. What's up? Once you create a Square Enix account, it's linked permanently with your PSN account, so I'm trying to get my password reset, and it wants like 5 questions. One is my birthday, which is I'm getting wrong. Oh jeez. You sure you know where your birthday is? Tried to buy Final Fantasy VII on Steam a year ago and returned it because I couldn't log into my Square Enix account. I don't know why they wanted an online account for a 20-year-old game that is offline. That does sound pretty stupid. Right, so I need to do that. Enough. Surely not. Of course, we can actually reach that right now because we don't have amulets to give away. try that again. What? Sorry about the sirens. Scripts, dot item presets. Is that not available? Does that just return something? Yeah, it does. Right, so we'll just do that then. Like we should. Now, attempt to index local position, no value. Where? Tell me this requires more information. Position, okay. F me, thank you very much for the raid. How you doing today? I don't want rockets up my butt. Doing great, awesome. Worked, streamed for 7 hours. That's cool. Did you get good progress? Finished with the quest system and implemented a lot of important stuff. Awesome. Glad to hear it. So that was doot, doot, doot. Well, I think that's everything. So like, let's test it. So if I go up to it now, I'm gonna do a devlog on my game soon after get the first playtest version out. Awesome. Good job. Have you considered trying to do overly simplified approach that wouldn't work and you tried before? You know what, I hadn't actually, so while that was facetious advice, it is actually coming in handy. Those aren't boots. They're not boots at all. Just glad to see you for this moment. Not screwing up. Need to get food. 7 PM and haven't eaten anything else than breakfast before the stream. BRB. Enjoy your food, FME. You've earned it. That is my favorite part of watching development. Yeah, plenty of that going on here. Boots 4-1, yeah. Writing a physics system in Unity Tiny, having fun. Unity Tiny, I've never heard of that. Lightweight version of it or something, I guess? I genuinely don't understand what is the major malfunction here. I guess that's par for the course, but it's still weird. Two megabyte sized games, oofed. That is tiny. Can be larger but meant for web and runs fast. That's cool. Alright, I'm gonna take a super quick break. I'll be right back. Just pushed to get 8,655 additions and 4,169 deletions. That must be a record for me. Good job, man. Good effort. All from today. Oofed. No Loot Factory. So if I say drop existing, food starving baby. Why did you choose Lua? I didn't choose Lua specifically, I chose default. It uses Lua, although I like Lua. It seemed easy to learn. It's quite forgiving. I like it. Piece of loot. Had a recruiter hit me up saying he came across my profile and a local company is looking for a senior C++ dev. I don't know C++. Probably just spamming everybody, to be honest, with any kind of developer background. Takes a set of equipment, takes an equipment table, and creates it into world space. Gaming companies are huge here, so they all use C++. Not sure that I could work for any of them, even if I did know C++. Alright, so like, yeah, I suppose you did say you were in Vegas, so you actually have developers based there. That's kind of surprising. Hey, we need you to know C++, but to use JS. Create a preset item places it in all space. Konami has an office here and a ton of companies that build games for slot machines. Here at least, they just built a new building, expanding their offices. Spawn. So that's just beep, beep. Wait, how do we do that in the inventory GUI, don't we? From presets. Yeah, spawn a preset item. There you go. Get item info, so that would be message class, message quality, message, item ID. Sequence number for that class quality comment. Okay, so let's, hopefully this would work better now. So on that one though. So quality is 4. Class is the books. Item ID. That looks promising. Holy crap, not only is it super hot, but the train traffic at my station was totally kaput. Nice. Not nice. Then I had to be propped into the only sprinter train that goes slower than other trains and stops everywhere Japan style. Oh dear, dear. I like the train staff actually smushed you in. Wait, do you not get to choose the class? Ten out of 10 would not do again. Spawn item does take a class, so class will be randomly generated if not provided. Tomorrow's gonna be so hot that I'm not entirely sure if it's a good idea to go to fitness. It's crazy. You guys are having a massive heat wave. Remember when you were working from home, Karax, and you like were complaining about your box room? That was you, wasn't it? Like it was really hot in your room. I think that was you. Back with food, nice. Effectively, it'll be the only ones being expensive, but they'll arrive in a week because they're sold out. Wait, Dyson, is that like... I know those as Hoovers, but I guess air conditioning? In a week, the heat wave will be over, it'll be winter again. Fans are okay. I'm a big fan. Good food? Nice. I'm glad to hear it. You've earned it. No better meat than reindeer meat. Could you be any more of a Finnish stereotype? Dare you F me? How dare you? Show some respect to your elders. You not touch my love for reindeer meat. Hey man, I'm all for reindeer meat. I'm just saying you're being a Finnish stereotype. Working on a little strange side quest. Pretty much done. Just gonna do like last bug check. I just had a couple of dialogue things switched, apparently. Heard about those reindeer KFCs. I wish that's real. wait, I didn't update it, did I? Ring should go to 4. Yeah. God damn it. The majestic Kentucky Fried Reindeer. I'd still go. I'd still go. Alright, so that's completed. Although there was something. Ah, damn it. I thought it was something I needed to wrap up. But I'm not sure now. Are we good? Did you forget something? I feel like I did. But I don't know what. That's always worrying, isn't it? Can't remember. It's gone forever. That's why I write everything that I want to do for the day in a notepad or in Trello, of course. Yeah, I mean, I do that, obviously. I mean, I literally thought of something 10 seconds ago and I can't remember it anymore. I'm sure it wasn't that important. Right? Right? You thinking? I know, it sounds weird, doesn't it? He's not a believer. The train's melting, correct? Oh, jeez, that what got too real. Right, so we did the inventory refactor, we finished the Little Wizard Apprentice, we finished the Gnome quest, so that was awesome. What other stuff do I need to do? think we're good there. I think we're good there for today. Southern Realness is my middle name. Are your parents mad at you? So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. 3.5 hour stream, that's good. Lots of productivity, that's good. I'm a happy camper. Who are we gonna raid? Is there anyone new? I hate it when people are in the game development tag playing a game, like as in they're practicing. I hate it. Do you not understand what game development means? There's like, on my line, there's 4 on a line and 3 of the others are just playing games. It makes me mad. I should stream Diablo 3 gameplay in the game dev category and call it research. I have an idea for a game. I'm a game developer. All the Fortnite streams in science and tech. Yeah, well, exactly. So, yeah, there's a Fortnite streamer, 47 viewers. So he's pushing me down. I would be a row higher up in the game dev category if he was in the right category. And then right behind me, there's 3 other dudes who are taking up valuable space. Anyway, I'll stop crying. Quit crying about it like a big baby. I guess I'll just pick someone. Probably just go to Siege. There's not much else going on. Right guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Tim Baudet and Rockadoodle for raiding. That was cool. Thank you to David Jacobin. I'm always going to butcher that. And Jeremy for subbing. And everybody else. Oh sorry, F me for raiding. I almost forgot you there, F me. I almost forgot. Almost forgot. But I didn't. You saved the best for last, isn't that right? Isn't that right, F me? That's what I always say. Hashtag hurt. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. If you haven't already, drop a follow so you can see this awesome game. Catch you later.